Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Cole and here we do colour and makeup. Today I am really excited for the video because it's going to be a start of a new 8-video series on my channel. Today I'm going to be ranking all of my Beauty Bay 42 pan eyeshadow palettes. I did rank my 20 pans, which I labelled 16 pans, so just ignore that. But I did rank all of my 20 pans, and I thought, actually I saw somebody pull out all their 42 pans the other day, and I thought, oh, it'd be really fun to rank those as well. So today we're going to rank them, and then with each of these palettes I'm going to be doing a look on my channel, so that eventually when we get to the end of it we'll have the ranking video and 7 looks. As I go along, if you find this video a little bit later down the line, I'm going to add the videos using the palettes into the description box, so keep your eye out for that, and there will also be a playlist. But today we're going to rank the palettes and I'm going to let you know what I think of them. Okay, so we've got 7 here. I don't own Rich and I don't own the neutral one. If you're a regular here, you'll know why. Although Rich does kind of tempt me, so let me know in the comments, have you tried Rich? What do you think of it? But today we're going to be ranking the ones I do own. I haven't included my Jade 42 pan because you can't get that one anymore, and I also haven't included the original Bright palette because you can't get that one anymore. But coming in at number 7 is the oldest one in my collection. This is the Bright Matte. This is still in the old packaging. You can still get this one. I don't know whether it's been reformulated, but I have had a look and the colours look to be the same. The 42 Matte, I just find this one isn't very versatile. I am going to do a full look with all mattes though, and I do think it's great for beginners. I think if you're getting into colour, this is a really great one to give a go. Coming in at number 6 is Fiery. I don't quite know what happened here. I don't know. We're not going to think about it. But this is Fiery 2.0. I never actually owned the original Fiery, and this is what this one looks like. This is a really beautiful palette. I just don't use it so often because it is quite neutral. I think for me I could do without the top 14 and without the bottom 7, and I think this like selection of 21 in the middle for me would make a great palette on its own. But I do really like this one. My favourite shade from this one is Tiger. This is like a peachy orange to yellow duochrome with a little bit of pink in it. It's a really pretty palette. I love this yellow row. I just don't use it as often as I should because it is quite neutral. So for me this one had to come lower down in the ranking. Coming in at number 5 is the Smoky palette. For me, I couldn't really rank this one much higher because I don't use it as often as I use the other 4. It's a gorgeous palette, very, very cool toned. If you're into smoky eyes, this is basically the only palette you ever need. You've got greys, you've got more cool toned browns, you've got more blues, there's some more like greeny toned greys in here. It's very versatile in terms of the kind of tones of the greys, but for me, I don't use it as much. This 2 row of shimmers here is incredible, like this row in the middle, these 2 rows in the middle, sorry. But the mattes again are beautiful. There's absolutely nothing I could say about the quality of any of these palettes. They're all great, but for me with this one it just doesn't quite hit the spot. Okay, coming in at number 4 is the Bright 2.0. Definitely better quality than the Bright Mattes. I just think, again, because it's new and it's been reformulated. This one for me, much more versatile because it's got the shimmers in, it's got less of those neutral colours, it's just got the 3 browns in the middle. But we've got a black, we've got a white. Favourite shade out of this one is Playground, which again is like a matte lime green. This one's a little bit more limey, a little bit less yellow than the one in the original Brights. I really like this palette. Again, another great one if you're just starting out. It really does have everything. and it's got some beautiful shimmers in it too. Shimmer wise, my favourite one is this one called Azure, which is just like a beautiful light blue. The thing is with these Beauty Bay mattes and the 42 pound, the shimmers, sorry, they're not anything like majorly special. There's no multi-chromes, there's no like sparkly topper shades, but they're a really, really beautiful metallic formula. And I think sometimes these days brands miss on that beautiful metallic formula because they're so concerned about the shimmery shades, about this kind of sparkly topper shades, or the multi-chromes or the duochromes or whatever. But Beauty Bay does a really, really gorgeous shimmer, and I really love them. So yeah, this is a really good one. I just prefer personally these days a more kind of curated colour story than like a rainbow colour story. The top three were difficult. You can probably guess, especially if you are like around on my channel quite a bit, you can probably guess which three are left to go through. First off, we have Earthy coming in at number 3. This is basically the Wilderness palette, which is my favourite of their 20 pans, but bigger. This one is really beautiful. I like the fact you've got those kind of interesting green colours. You've got ones like Corduroy, which is a really, really interesting kind of khaki green. Favourite from this one is this shade here called Fern, which is just like a very strange green colour that I just really enjoy. If you couldn't tell, I do quite like the colour green. Quite a fan at the moment. But this is really beautiful. I like the fact you've got the 2 rays of kind of the reds, because I think you can make a really interesting look. And I find greens paired with like a neutrally warm brown work really well. Obviously Cosmic have just brought out the Undergrowth palette, which is very similar in kind of theme to this. Again, no majorly like crazy duochromes in here, but this shade called Ray is like a greeny gold, and it's just got little tiny bits of like a brighter gold shimmer in. Really beautiful. And this shade Carver here is literally like a foiled champagne shade. It's stunning. Okay, coming in at number 2, this is Midnight. This is like a purple blue lover's dream. This is what this one looks like. This palette is beautiful. I do tend to reach for the blues more than the purples. Not that there's anything wrong with the purples, I just think I'm more of a blue gal in terms of this kind of colour story. Favourite shade in this one is Mist, which is nothing exciting. It's just like a periwinkle blue matte, but I absolutely love it. This shade here, Electric, is also beautiful. It's a like dark purple shimmer with a little bit of pink in it. This one, I think purples are notoriously hard to formulate, and Beauty Bay just really show with this one that they can absolutely nail a purple without a doubt. And then number 1, I couldn't put this one anywhere else. This is Berries. If Barbie created an eyeshadow palette, this is what it would look like. There is every single pink you could ever dream of in here. You've got kind of the more corally pinks, you've got more reddy pinks, you've got more purpley pinks, you've got that kind of true bubblegum pink. This shade here called Doll is one of my favourites out of this one. It's literally just like a medium corally pink, but it's just so gorgeous. And then the shade Sofa is like the creamiest, most incredible like mid shimmery pink. For me, this one is so versatile, even though it's very like one colour story. You can do something really deep with like the dark red and the dark burgundy and the dark purple, or you can stick to something super light. Oyster here is just the best, all over the lid shade. And I actually subscribed to somebody who's currently doing a pan that palette in order with Earthy, but I think if I was ever going to pan a Beauty Bay palette and one of the big 42 ones, it would have to be this one, because I just adore it, and I don't think anything like even using it all the time could ever put me off it. So that is it for my ranking. I'd love to know, do you agree with me? Do you think I'm completely wrong? Are you like, girl, no, smoking needs to be at the top, get berries down to the bottom? I want to know in the comments how you'd rank your Beauty Bay 42 pans. Which ones do you own? Which ones do you love? Which ones do you really want in your collection? Let me know it all in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, including the looks I'm going to be doing with each of these palettes, then hit that bell icon and YouTube will notify you every time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye!